All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and the glory and the honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahag Wadash, which that giving me the spirit and strength to do this lesson. All right, and I also want to give the honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time ready to be saved. Shalom. All right, back on another article. And you know, pretty much, man. This is once more, a Slakia. This is the works of Yahweh Shemel Shai being declared once more, man. All right, and Yahweh Shemel Shai is requiring a multitude of souls. Okay, a multitude of souls, which indicates that we are at the end. All right, it tells you in the book of the Apocrypha that those that dwell in the earth in the last days shall be taken in a great number. All right, now let that sink in. All right, let that sink in. Because we are in some serious times, man. All right, and that's why Paul, he said, what he say in the book of Romans, that now is a high time to wake out of sleep. You see? So now is a time to get more serious about this thing if you haven't been. All right? And he also prophesied about these times. All right, let's see. That's in the book of Romans. Very lust. Second Timothy 3. All right, this is Second Timothy, and you see the heading. It says, difficult times will come. When? In these days. Is these not difficult times? Everybody's struggling. All right? Let's read in verse 1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So this is how we know that we're in the last days. All right? For you detractors out there that don't believe so, that don't believe that we're on the countdown, man. The countdown has begun. All right? And it's dangerous out here for a lot of for these people that are not with Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. That's what dangerous for. All right? Because if you are the elect and you truly worshiping and serving Yahweh Shemel Shah, you're gonna be protected. But yeah, we're in the midst of it. All right, so we gotta. That's why we gotta keep this armor on us. Keep the armor. All right. Let's get the word perilous in the Greek.
Strong's G 5467. Chalipas. Chalipas.
Right. It says hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear. Hard to bear. Troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. It says difficult, dangerous, furious. Yep. Let's get the Greek. It's going off a little bit. Yeah. This is good enough. Matter of fact, it says perilous.
Perilous.
Full of danger or risk. Full of danger or risk. It says exposed to imminent risk or disaster or ruin. That's right. It says one of the it says risky, unsafe. That's right. Critical. All right. So it ain't safe out here, and we see that. That's it ain't safe out here. You know, it ain't safe to drive, to fly planes. All right. You got planes dropping out of the sky. All right. It ain't even safe to walk up the street. All right. So once again, 2 Timothy 3:1, it said, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." That's right. So once again, this is how we know that we're at the end, in the last days. All right. So going back to the article, at least 20 people dead. At least 20 people. So could be more than that. So at least 20 people are dead in major highway accident. It said at least 20 people are dead in a horrible major highway accident on Wednesday night. A major highway accident in Mexico took more than a dozen lives, and this was in Mexico. See, Yahweh Shemel Shai is bringing forth judgment on these northern kingdoms, or northern tribes, Salaki. All right. Yeah, he's definitely touching these northern tribes because they have forgotten their power. All right. That's ultimately the reason why they've forgotten their power. Okay. You got a lot of northern tribes, they into that Catholic shit. You know, they get into the Catholic, you know, tradition. You know, and I believe, let me see. I believe that was converted to that, Slovakia. It was converted to that in the 1400s, you know. Now, Yahweh Shemel Shah is requiring their souls for that. So it said the accident took place at a major highway that connects Mexico and, okay, let me see. It said, according to reports, 21 people are confirmed dead. Let me see how you say that word. Puebla. Puebla Interior Minister Samuel Aguilar said the accident involved just 3 vehicles carrying lots of people. Huh. Wow. You see, another crowded area. That's why Yahweh Shemel Shah put the spirit on the apostles to put the order out to not be in these crowded areas. That's where a lot of judgment is taking place, man. We seeing that, you know. Clubs, you got these clubs, they getting judged in these clubs. You know, you got roofs falling down on them. Come on, man. The Lord, the Spirit was speaking truly through the apostles. All right. Let's see if we got a little bit more on this article. Probably nothing more but comments. All right, but you see here, look, all these dead bodies. That's why having the right protection, like a vehicle service contract, can make all the difference. Yeah, Yahweh Shemel Shah is he's man, not playing, man. All right. These people don't consider the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shah. They tell you that in the scriptures. All right. Matter of fact, we can end it off with this. It's the 11th chapter. It says Romans 11:33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. You see, it says, how unsearchable are his judgments. You see, how unsearchable are his judgments. And his ways past finding out. Yeah, for those in the world. For those in the world, man. It applies to them. They don't understand that the Lord is judging these people. Right? The idea of Yahweh Shemel Shah destroying these 21 people is nonsense to these unbelievers, man. These Christians, all right? Because they don't have the gift from heaven, man. All right? yet again. It says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out." That's right. If I want to chime on that one, but yeah, man, we gotta stay prayed up and stay considerate of the times, right? With that, Lord, we edify. Till next time, shalom.